Hello everybody, this is Wolfkin Northclaw. Here again in ESO. Beautiful night. Joan and Joe watching over. Here
Well,
with
aren't you off in a hurry?
Here's my warden, Tsonamota. Saxhleel Warden raised in Elsweyr.
Heading to Surindar's Cradle? I hope you brought your own water skin. Or you could buy one off me. My rates are reasonable, given the drought.
What's wrong with the Adeptorium?
Water, or rather the lack of it. Something stopped the flow from the aqueduct to Surindar's Cradle. I've been hauling water for them in the meantime, but they can't keep this up forever.
What's the problem with the aqueduct?
Don't know. Old stones, old gates and levers. Who can say for sure? I overheard the adepts discussing the trouble. A young one, Vosby, seems keen to solve the issue. If you want to know more, she's the person to ask.
Alright, I'll find Vosby and learn about the water problems at Surindar's Cradle. Thanks, miss. Okay, this is a quest I have done before in sickness and in health. It's pretty interesting quest. There's choices you have to make, all that stuff. But with my character being level 4, this might not be the wisest decision I've ever made. This is a pretty dangerous location.
We must do something about the water, Silujo. If you would just...
No adept can face the wastes alone, child. This one insists you stay.
Here's Silujo, and here's Vosby.
Vosby cannot understand. Only puddles remain in the Adeptorium cisterns, but still Silujo forbids this one to act.
I heard there's a problem with the Adeptorium's water supply.
Our Adeptorium, Surindar's Cradle, is parched by a drought. We rely on the Anequina aqueduct to supply our water, but something halted the flow. Now adepts and pilgrims go thirsty. We tend to the sick here. Without water, many of them may die.
Do you have any idea what halted the flow?
No, and we never will if Silujo gets his way. He yowls about the risks, but Vosby is not the saucer-eyed kitten she was when Silujo found her. This one must fix this. You're a warrior, yes? Would you escort Vosby to investigate the aqueduct?
Yes, I'll help you investigate and return the flow of water to Surindar's Cradle.
Thank you for helping, Rook. We should investigate the nearest gate of the aqueduct, just south of here. Srendar willing, we will find whatever blocks the water there. Vosby will meet you soon. This one must speak to Silujo before she leaves.
Alright, has the aqueduct ever gone dry before?
No. My teachers examined the Order's histories and found no evidence of droughts in the past. But we live in curious times, yes? Dragons fly, dead walk. A broken aqueduct would not seem out of place.
Right, is there any chance that the source of the water ran dry?
Vosby does not think so. Before the water reaches Srendar's Cradle, it passes Rimen. And for all the city's problems, a drought is not one of them. That means the flow is blocked somewhere between the city and the Adeptorium.
Right, what can you tell me about Srendar's Cradle?
The Adeptorium itself? I know only that our ancestors built it in the days of 16 kingdoms. Vosby has no ears for ancient history. This one does know that the Adeptorium has always been a place of healing, a refuge for all, no matter how ill.
Have you dealt with the dragon attacks?
We do what we can, but Vosby fears it is not enough. Many come with seared flesh and blackened lungs, from the flames and smoke, you see? Others come with broken limbs. Most of our palliatives and salves require water, so you see the urgency, yes?
Oh yes, I see it. Tell me about yourself.
About Vasby? Oh, this one's life is not so exciting, but if you insist. Vasby is an initiate and servant of Srendar. A healer in training also. Silujo and the other monks raised this one here in the Cradle.
Are all adepts here healers?
Most learn the craft, but not all have the passion for it that this one does. Silujo says it is Vasby's calling. This one thinks he is right.
You said that Silajo found you on his doorstep?
Yes. Vasby's parents had... This was in the time of the flu, you see.
Oh,
Many
okay.
orphans came to Srendar's cradle in those days. Most of them were not as lucky as Vasby. Silujo cared for this one like a daughter. He still does, as you can see.
Did any of your other family members survive the flu?
No. This was not so long ago, Walker. You remember the groans and hacking coughs, yes? The blood?
Oh, yes.
Srendar's
Yep.
Cradle's adepts healed as many as they could, but even the strongest tinctures and cleanest bandages fell short in the face of the flu.
Alright, I'll meet you there.
Silujo has misgivings. Many misgivings about letting young Vasby investigate the aqueduct. The spirits sing of your strength. This one finds some peace in that, at least. Please, just keep a close eye on her. Vasby is precious to Silujo.
I'll keep a close eye on her, don't worry about that. Why are you worried about Vasby trying to restore the water?
Srendar's Cradle is aptly named, Walker. The sick find peace, comfort, and security here. The world outside our walls offers little more than temptation and death. Silujo does not want Vasby or any adept to face those dangers needlessly.
But won't you run out of water soon?
Caravans from Hakushe and Rimmon bring water for our cisterns now and then. It will sustain us for a time. Should the problem not resolve itself before our water runs out completely, then we will have to see what Srendar intends for us.
Can you tell me more about your Adeptorium?
Srendar's Cradle? It is a home for healers, and a safe harbor for the sick, the infirm, and the dying. With the light of the moons and Srendar to guide us, we tend to those who have no one else to turn to.
You're a good man. Are you in charge?
In moments where leadership is needed, the adepts turn to Silujo, yes. But Srendar works through all of us equally to heal and bring comfort to those who need it.
Alright, thank you very much, sir. Alright, now, off to the gate. Oh. Oh. Tigger's around. Oh, lions. Sorry.
Oh, you found it. We should examine the gate at the top of the ramp.
Sure thing. Just trying to avoid Simba and Nala. Alright. Let's see here.
Open and dry, as expected. Hopefully we'll find the blockage at the second gate.
There's Bouncy Bob. Oh.
Busby hopes we can find the problem soon. Otherwise we may have to investigate the Bandar Span.
And what's the Bandar Span?
A portion of the aqueduct that runs through Bandar's Litter. A canyon to the east of the Adeptorium. Silujo forbids us to go there, ever since this one was a Jakajit.
Which, by the way, means kitten in Ta'agra. Why is it forbidden?
Vasby does not know. She has, at times, heard whispers from the older adepts. Something about the Nahatan flu. This one asked Silujo outright about the place years ago. He only shook his head and said it was far, far from Srendar's light.
I don't remember too much about that, but it's not pretty. Why is it called Bandar's litter?
Old moon tales. Clan mothers say the stone pillars of the canyon were Bandar's children. Elkosh turned them to stone as a reprisal for one of the bandit god's pranks. The trickster hid the pillars in this canyon where they would be warm and safe.
Alright. Right, I'll see you at the second gate.
Vasby will be right behind you, but be careful, Walker. Silojo can be overprotective, but he would not resort to lies to hold us back. The dangers of the wastes are real, as you know.
Oh yeah,
Truly, I hate to worry him, but Vasby must do this.
I understand completely. Where can I find the second gate?
Follow the line of the aqueduct east. It should lead you straight to the next gate. Vasby will meet you there.
You're not coming with me, I'm supposed to protect you.
Ha! You protect me by clearing the way, Walker. This one wants to take a moment to study this gate, in case we must fix one later.
Alright,
Vasby will be safe. You will stop worrying, yes?
not a chance.